I'm James Dixon, an amputee mentor that learned a great deal in the last 2 years, but never as much as what I've learned from Lori in one conversation. I want you guys to learn about the value of vacuums. Most of us have been only given, we can look at suction, we can look at pin, and most of us have said, we're not liking it, or we've settled for it. But vacuum presents a whole new solution. Lori, would you tell us a little bit about vacuum?
Absolutely, James. So the major difference, or the easiest way to explain vacuum versus suction and pin sockets are suction and pin system sockets are compressive in nature, so they squeeze the residual end. So we don't affect blood flow, but what we affect is lymphatic system fluid flow, or the clear fluid in our bodies. So as you go throughout your day, when it's time for that fluid to return into the residual limb, because of that compression, we're limiting how much returns. So your limb changes as the day goes on,
Right.
depending on what you're doing and how long you wear your legging.
Right.
Makes a huge difference. In vacuum, it actually pulls outward. So it takes the liner and it pulls it out to the sides of the socket. So there isn't compression. So we allow for a positive fluid exchange, so what goes out comes back in. That's how when you're in a vacuum socket, you don't change size.
Wow, that's great. I got a question I gotta ask you. A lot of my amputee friends, family, will have issues with healing. They're diabetic, they got a wound. Is this an option that we could use, or no?
This is a great option because literally when you want to talk about vacuum, we're actually going subatmospheric in nature with this socket by evacuating all the air. That is the equivalent of being in a hyperbaric chamber all day long, and they use hyperbaric chambers to what? To heal wounds. And this is really going to sound out of it to you, but the more a patient walks, the more consistent vacuum they maintain, the quicker the wound will heal. I've got 2 case studies that'll show one patient had a desk job, one patient had an active job up on their feet all day, and the healing time was remarkable between the 2, and they are both dysvascular diabetic patients.
Wow. Guys, there's so much more on this topic. Make sure you stay tuned. Baker has great solutions, but one of the best is the knowledge and experience of the people that we have here.